evening. This year the show's a little bit different than all the rest. I hope you enjoy it. I'm taking a bit of a risk here. Those of you who've been here before know what you're supposed to do, right? You're supposed to make the soundtrack. Most of the film is silent, although there's some great sound portions. Identify places, people, events, comment on what you're seeing, engage, even disagree with other people in the room, or call me out if I screw up, which is not uncommon. This is your show and this is your city. Thank you so much for coming. How many of you have walked the coastal trail from Land's End? This is the railroad that they made the trail for. Western historians, name the railroad, please.
No.
Ferries and Cliff House.
Washed out in 1925.
And now it's prime selfie territory.
Olympic saltwater pier. Ocean Beach Pavilion.
I wouldn't want to get on the wrong side of some of these boys. This beautiful scan, the best in existence, was made by Adrian Finelli, who's in the audience today.
Cameras on the cable car. Hear you, Dave.
Look at the beard.
think this is Jefferson Square, Rick?
I don't know, but I like hearing that.
Earthquake, Rick. Pacific Avenue.
A short clip from a longer and very lovely little film. I don't have definitive identification yet on these dancers. I'd love to. There's been some guesses. Go ahead, go ahead. I put that there for you to hiss. X Games. Oh, you mean is it the cave? That's a great question. I'm not sure. I mean, this film obviously mixes up East and West. But they do land here. And, you know, the rest of the film is not quite so rosy.
Tomatoes and other ancient fruit, grandfather eggs and such. The ammunition for the annual brawl between the Frosh and sophomores at University of San Francisco. It's a scene of bloodshed and slaughter, a frightful toll of carnage and destruction. Brave young men advancing to an unknown fate that might be worse than death itself. It finally finishes in a draw, but it'll never be forgotten, the Battle of Garbage Hill.
Fleischhacker Pool is 100 years old this year, even though Most of it doesn't really exist anymore. And it was a place to go in those days.
Where was it, Rick?
By the zoo.
Still down there.
And this is what is now called Blue Heron Lake, formerly Stowe Lake. The trees, the stones are still there. It's a little bit overgrown around those rocks. Strawberry Hill.
Rioting spreads on the city's waterfront. Police increase their barrage of tear gas bombs as the great dock strike grows ever more menacing. One of the injured is borne away as 3 deaths are reported and over 100 wounded in the day's fighting.
Howard and Stewart, I think. Or Howard and Beale, maybe.
The strikers retreat as the gas bombs temporarily clear the streets and troops sent by Governor Merriam arrive to patrol the piers. With the National Longshoremen's Board appointed by President Roosevelt endeavoring to settle the dispute, the governor declares the state is determined to maintain order.
And these are home movies of the National Guard occupying San Francisco from Scott Stark's collection. See the microphone set up for the newsreel companies. This is a media event that's being created here.
What a surprise.
Yeah, really. And this is after the strike. A little bit of suspicion of the media for some reason. And some things remain the same.
That guy. Go right.
So, again, from Scott Stark's collection, in 1935, the Nazi German ship visited San Francisco, did some maneuvers out there. The leftist dock unions and the longshore workers refused to unload it. The sailors had to do it themselves. Mayor Rossi, though he denied it, he was said to have been a big admirer of Mussolini, and in fact, on City Hall, 3 banners hung: the U.S. flag, the Imperial German flag for the Navy, and the Nazi swastika. This is Mayor Rossi with a flower in his buttonhole. This was filmed by a German living in San Francisco who he loved the sailors, and I've spared you like 8 minutes of bracing young sailors, but yeah. So during the China-Japan War, Chinese people, for the first time, expressed themselves politically. For a lot of reasons, they had been intimidated about doing that, but they came out in public and demonstrated that they were well organized. This was a hugely successful benefit parade, and it is said, and this is later in the year, they were picketing ships that were selling scrap metal, bringing scrap metal to Japan to be turned into weapons. And it is said that that visibility finally got Chinatown its first housing project, the Pingyuan, because the politicians realized that Chinese people were important for the first time.
Cleaner than electric cars.
Where's the footage from?
This is a home movie from people that, rode one of the boats to the World's Fair. This is the World's Fair, just a few shots, the Coca-Cola man, and a really, really, really rare shot that's coming up. I didn't know if it had happened in San Francisco, but it's a demonstration of television by RCA. There was no broadcasting technically then. There was broadcasting, but no commercials, and they did remotes from the fair here and in New York. And somebody mentioned Clipper Cove. This was a romantic and extremely expensive way to travel. China in how many days? Was it 8 days? Stopping at many islands along the way.
Torpedo house on the left. You know how many people can fly that?
Lower deck. Trucks and trains. Key System and Southern Pacific meeting. Not much traffic. And rail fans' eye view. Yes, Megan mentions this is from 8mm film, so you're seeing an image about 4 to 5 millimeters wide being blown up. This is how good the scans can be. Thank you. Jay is recommending visits to the Western Railway Museum in Rio Vista. And the inside of the Transbay Terminal, built what, 41? I think. 39. And from Tina Hittenberger, who's in the audience, a film made about her family's business. A venerable and highly respected business making prosthetics of all kinds. What was the motto? Limp in, leap out. Thank you, Tina. Yes, we're in South of Market, and this is a company that, while you're seeing, work with traditional materials, they did some extremely advanced research and production, really until, when did they go out of business? 85. And now this, this isn't so clear, but this is a wedding. And when the bride walks in, we're at Funston and Clement, she's actually going to walk into what is now the Internet Archive. You will understand that I really wanted to put this in, even though it's like the Zapruder frame, the film. It's just a few frames. The Clement streetcar there. And here we are, Internet Archive. And from a few filmmakers, beautiful footage of Chinatown by day and by night in 1940. Daibutsu, there were a number of Japanese businesses in Chinatown which closed, after 1942. The Chinese Telephone Exchange in the middle. You see the Li Po in the background. Yeah, no colorization in this film. These were shot in Kodachrome, which went on the market in 1935, and kind of the colors got stable in 1938-ish. Again, the telephone exchange. You can see the little bell system lanterns there, and then some night footage. These are home movies made by an accomplished amateur Cinema League member who made a lot of travelogues, Kenneth Nettleton, in 1940. He also made a lot of dramas.
Lotus Fountain, 150 this year.
Right.
Roar of the Four.
Soon to be commemorated, I hope. The Market Street cars with the white front. And the municipal cars are dark, or did I get that wrong? Palace Hotel in the background.
The Chronicle building.
Two separate streetcar systems.
Mason Street. Pine.
Now the Autofred building coming up on the right.
Bimbo's 365 Club.
Right, when it was on Market. And some kind of untouched Twin Peaks in the background.
Emporium.
The Emporium. On Powell Street, I had to put this in. John O'Gorman, who later went by the name John Gorman, photographer for The Examiner, also independent filmmaker and filmmaker for commercial films as well, made this with his friend in the old cemetery. You know, those of you who are new to the city may not know that the Lone Mountain and Laurel Village area used to be cemeteries. So when you go to Trader Joe's or Laurel Village, you know, there's bones under you. And it took a long time after the cemeteries closed to actually, you know, enable the movement of the remains and the demolition of. You could see some pieces of all this, you know, in city parks and at the Wave Organ.
This looks beautiful. It's really well done.
And kids used to go in there to drink and stuff. The zoo. And you know, this is a wartime home movie. I didn't know what to do with it, but we love dogs, and also it's nice to see some of these faces and people eating lunch. And this is this became, you know, this place was ultimately closed down by the city in the 70s and 80s. It went through several generations. I don't know the full story. And from the Chiatello family, are they here this evening, or is that going to be tomorrow? Okay, family at this point, I think in near the Crocker Amazon district. It won.
To every out-of-the-way corner in the United States, Alaska, Hawaii, Guam, Puerto Rico, and all dependencies, these tireless workers will trek to ask their 10 basic questions. It's a tough job, but a vital one. So when the census taker gets to you, cooperate like a good American.
Farallon Islands is part of the city, District 1. And if you look hard, you'll see that some areas were still not built up. There's Sunset Boulevard.
Polo Field. Washington High School.
Right in the back, Wash High.
My house.
Java Beach.
Who shot that?
It was a studio crew. And this is the Pingyuan project, a direct result, I think, of the visibility in 1937 and 38. It's a silent newsreel story. Mayor Robinson. These were the first tenants, the Wong family. He was a waiter, and she, I forget her job, she was a white-collar worker. What does Pingyuan mean? No.
What street is that?
It faces on Broadway and the street behind it. Yeah, I guess so. Look at these nice kitchens.
It means happy housewife.
And this is not San Francisco, but I felt the need to use it. I actually don't know where it is, but this was so-called Operation Wetback, when they deported many hundreds of thousands of people, some of whom were citizens, to Mexico, willy-nilly.
Department of Injustice.
After 100 years of operation, the San Francisco Mint is down to its last cent. With the exhaustion of copper blanks, the last batch of pennies rolls out of the machines. Minting of silver coins had been suspended a week earlier. Cost of transporting the pennies east, where they are mostly used, was given as the reason for ending penny coinage. As the last lot whirls through the counter, old-time employees, many with more than 20 years' experience, look on sadly, remembering the traditions which have surrounded the mint. The very last cent from an institution which began in the gold rush days.
And this feature outtake, I don't know from what movie, but it's the Embarcadero Freeway under construction. Nobody likes the Embarcadero Freeway. All these small businesses right around the waterfront to cater to sailors, maritime workers, and commuters when the ferries were still in operation. They kind of, the neighborhood went way down after the bridge was completed.
Also a gay district.
Thank you, a gay district. And this is the Gomez family. Is Claudia Gomez here tonight? No, tomorrow. But these are the brothers brushing their teeth. And this is an unidentified family from the Portola district.
Like this is all one family?
Yeah, right. I shouldn't have said that, but it's many. This is the daughter right there. St. Elizabeth's Church? Great. I'd love to find this family. I've looked and looked and looked on Facebook. Remember the grandmother with the turkey leg? That's the same family.
Sisters of the presentation.
Here's a UC trained architect looking at the freeway. And here, for you regulars, hang on to fasten your seatbelts.
Stop the car!
And now this is Caltrans's official documentation of the Embarcadero Freeway from a giant collection that's now at Prelinger Archives and seen for the first time as part of Lost Landscapes. Every highway. Scanned by Jennifer Miko, I believe, is in the audience.
We pause on Water Street for a last look at the ferry terminal, now just a symbol. It is our final privilege to take the last ferry boat to depart, for they too are now a part of the past, another memory. From the deck, a panorama unfolds, for the San Francisco of our age is one of beauty. A mighty auto freeway cuts across our path, as if to bar us from our return to yesterday. The bridge under which we sail is the giant that doomed the picturesque ferries. At the Oakland Mall, we join other travelers and once more find our magic rails and a new friend, the mighty diesel-hauled train, undisputed monarch of rail travel, ready to speed us over the many miles to yesterday.
And then outtakes from a UC Berkeley film about their summer vacation place up in the mountains. Was the lair, the bear's lair? Lair of the bear. I think this is the group that they were appealing to in those days. Arrow Messenger, if any of you used to ride for the Messengers. That clip ran about another 2 minutes. I spared you. Somewhere.
You're slipping.
Now we know where this is. This is outside the Transbay Terminal, where the streetcars and the 38 Geary came. First in Mission, now Salesforce. Terminal Drugs, and on that block somewhere should be the Fun Terminal Arcade, above which was the loft where the mutants lived. And Fish Market in Chinatown. Unidentified family. And another San Francisco family. Serious business. Native plants. Henry Fleischer, known as Henry Charles, traveled around the US and Europe shooting rather beautiful landscape travelogues. I think some of you know that he loved the color red, and so there's always a little bit of red in most of his scenes. Sometimes you have to really look for it, but it's almost always there. Something, I asked him and he never admitted to it. And this is a roll of home movies recently turned up on eBay. It begins with a cat and it continues into a Nazi rally. So this was shot by a young man, George Lincoln Rockwell. This man with a blue suit, the head of the American Nazi Party, rode his motorhome to San Francisco to speak. And a group of longshore workers and SF State students made sure that he could hardly get a word in. And so this is late 1966 in Civic Center. It's very sort of impressionistic. I've cut it down a bit, but this is the anti-fascist movement of 1966. This is the party member that's introducing him. There's his motorhome in the background. Swastikas at City Hall, and this is Rockwell himself. Not on stage for very long. When the military bases were active, and how about that? In San Francisco, the MPs showed up everywhere that a service member might get into trouble.
In construction management teams to supervise all the many kinds of work that go into building what has been called this century's most challenging experiment in mass transit. On the July day in 1967, when school children turned the first shovel of earth on San Francisco's Market Street, there was no visual clue to the magnitude of the project. Not only earth had to be moved, but the confusions of the past had to be contended with. Among them, a 10-foot layer of pipes, cables, wires, conduits, a tangle of utilities laid down under the street by 200 different companies through the years.
So, are the Hemstocks here tonight? So, maybe tomorrow. This film was made by their father. And Bob and Patricia. Here's Patricia. And Bob was just in the beginning in that title. There's Bob. This was made just before he went into the Air Force, and they are kind of, I don't know, the influencers, I guess, in this film. And it's a rather wonderful and slightly flaky little travelogue of San Francisco. We'll look at a minute or two of it. But I found them, and they will be here tomorrow night. What's that? Where do they live now? They live in Marin County. They're brother and sister, excuse me. I like that shot. So this is 48 years ago. Don't try that. And this is Patricia. And this is an outtake from a film made by the Newsreel Collective showing members of the Black Panther Party doing daily political work in the Western Edition. Yes. And somebody in Oakland has that chair. Of course, these are Emory Douglas's work.
He's still creating.
Yep. Some of you may remember the Liner Liquor Lobby. And this is from the Amoroso family. I think we'll see them tomorrow. A family that knew how to live. Newly discovered footage that one of us, I don't remember who, just scanned.
Dr. Goulart, just one question. Why was the response of Dr. Hayakawa not acceptable? Why is the strike continuing?
First thing, I haven't read them. I was in transit from Mount Zion Hospital here, and I don't think that they've seen the demands. They've heard them over the radio, and we have to wait until there can be a meeting of the BSU, the Third World Liberation Front, and let them go over the demand. And the black community, we don't want to get involved in setting policy. We're here for one purpose: to support these students in the exercise of their rights to present their demands. If the demands are not met, is any labor controversy for them to go on strike. And this is a union town. Therefore, we would assume that the union movement would support the right of students to strike.
What is the purpose of the City Hall demonstration?
We feel that Sonali Oda has involved himself so energetically in this matter, and since he is now attempting to thwart a labor council vote on a strike, that they should go there and give him an opportunity to hear their demands and to share in their frustration, at least to be aware of them from a first-hand knowledge and point of view.
Dr. Goodlett also published the Sun Reporter, the black newspaper here in town.
said, we invite you all to come on campus Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday and maybe next year.
Almost as quickly as this crowd had assembled, it dispersed. But yet a few dozen people stood around, staring up at City Hall and the line of policemen guarding the door, as though waiting for the next chapter in this story to unfold. Belva Davis for Eyewitness News, San Francisco City Hall.
We just lost Belva Davis a month or two ago. The Amoroso family lived near here, and so there's the Cow Palace, Mayfair Market, housing up against the mountain, Visitation Valley Tower is now gone.
Joseph Eichler.
Neighborhoods that aren't photographed enough. And then the rail yard. Yep, the Hunters Point Shipyard, Candlestick Point. And this was shot by Bob Hillman, who's in the audience, a friend of his who was given the courtesy of a ride in the Goodyear blimp. And that's just a tiny, tiny slice of an interesting film. You know, you can smoke in the Goodyear blimp because it's helium. Embarcadero Freeway, Bank of America, just like in Dirty Harry. And now we're down again. I know I cut out a lot of that, but it's a great film. We'll put it online. Still takes people to anchor a blimp. And this is the Alcatraz during the period of the native occupation. You'll see Indian land has been painted. And then a clip which we've seen before but is always worth looking at, which is the native activists being taken to the island by an ally. And this was filmed by Oswald Sykes, an amazing, amazing man who filmed, I don't know if Kim, his daughter, is with us tonight. Yeah. This boat is now run by the son of the skipper, and Mr. Sykes shot a lot of important events in town, including following around Earl Caldwell, who was the black reporter for the Times who embedded himself with the Black Panther Party and also in the Angela Davis trial. Very interesting writer whose work is worth looking up in Times Machine. But great. Not taking any sides here. Pro-choice demonstration. American Coots, shot by the Mission Media Arts Collective, as was this. The archive, which we'll be putting online and as a partnership with them over time, is an incredible record of daily life and activism in the Mission, in Chinatown, and in other neighborhoods, and it's filled with just kind of ambient footage of this kind. Some of it is already up at SF State.
Glad you're digitizing that.
Yes. And this is filmed by Olivia Teeter. She may have been a student then, I don't know, but I think she might have worked here.
She'll be here tomorrow.
And here's a little more from Caltrans. Watch carefully for some of your favorite eating places. So there's 6,000 or 7,000 rolls of this. It's every California highway, every 3 years from 1970 to 2004. And boy, is it beautiful. We've started to scan it. Clown Alley.
Make a GeoGuessr game.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of be your own AI. Doggy Diner. And this is about 1973. And a tiny bit of this very beautiful parade in a home movie that was found on a street corner by Ariel Dovas. It's a great treasure. Smudge pot in the orange grove of love.
Here, at a San Francisco elementary school, Ruth works directly with first and second graders, creating murals made from baker's clay, a mixture of flour, salt, and water. From these materials, she made the molds for casting the fountain.
Put a top on there and then put the tires, okay? Yeah. Yeah, we'll take this and we'll show you. Oh, okay. Bring it over.
And when I proposed that project, I said that I would like to work with a fantasy world. And the architect said, well, the real San Francisco is more fantastic than anything we can invent.
You want to meet me? Well, you know, I don't know. I'm real busy, and you're only in town for business convention? Okay. Meet me at the Cafe San Francisco at noon. Cafe San Francisco, high noon. Got it?
And of course,
I don't
the
know.
floor.
It's in the book. Look under cafe or Cisco
Scanned, I
or
believe, by
something,
Megan
okay?
Needles.
Okay, bye. See you then. I don't know how she got my number. I'll bet it was my mother. She's always doing that to me.
I couldn't believe I finally got in touch with Susan Jane. What would she be like after all these years?
After she dumped some cousin on me, I could just kill her.
Real shy and nervous?
Oh, I hope this one doesn't stay too long.
Or maybe a brand new woman.
Susan Jane!
Let me get a good look at you! My, you have changed. Why, it's been years, Susan Jane.
Marcy, it's Susanna now.
What?
My name is Susanna. So you call me Susan Jane.
Oh, well,
Listen, I need some more coffee. Anybody want anything from the bar?
I'll have a Diet Pepsi.
Cappuccino.
I'll make that too. Oh no, get me a Perrier. Caffeine upsets my muscle tone.
San Francisco all black now. Take a look at what us.
One of our favorite filmmakers. This is Hi-8 video. HP's been preserving his early tapes.
Pimpin'!
Bart had its own electricity. Megan points out that this is 4 years before the smartphone was invented. Safeway. And a lovely clip from Jenny Olson, who I think is here tonight. See this film.
I've been filming the landscapes of San Francisco since just a few years after I arrived here. In capturing these images on film, I'm engaged in a completely impossible and yet partially successful effort to stop time. I now own the landscapes that I love. I preserve them in the amber of celluloid so that I might re-experience these visions of dappled sunlight, the calm of a warm afternoon, and the framing of an alley as it recedes into the distance. These images serve as a reminder of what once was and as a prompt to appreciate what now is. In some kind of poetic, cinematic justice, as the city possessed Madeline, I possess it in return.
Thank you, Jenny. And this is Vincent Wu's great film. Vincent is here this evening. This is online and you must see it. SF Pride. Thank you. Thank you all. And thank you, our patrons. Thank you for coming tonight. And if I don't see you tomorrow, I'll see you next year.